I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home.
I made it through, made it through, made it through. And everything I gave to you, I gave to you, I gave to you. You got it, you got it, you got it, it's coming. So are you ready? Are you ready for your blessing? Are you ready for your miracle? Are you ready for your blessing? Are you ready for your miracle? Are you ready for your blessing? Are you ready for your miracle? Are you ready for your blessing? Are you ready?
My mother, she taught me. She raised me with certain morals and certain standards. But, like any kid, when I was out there with my friends, I cut up, I wilded out, acted up amongst people whose mothers may not have taught them the same ideals. But every time I acted up, it was like my mother was always right there. She was always there, like, Lauren, I see you and you know better. And I got in trouble. And that is how my Father in heaven responds to me. Listen, I told you don't do that. I told you don't do that. And I told you that you better have the courage because the kids, they may talk about you. They might say bad things about you, but when you come home, what I have waiting for you if you do what I tell you to. And also what I have waiting for you if you don't. So that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I have reached a place, and I'm telling you, I'm so blessed to have reached this place where, 5 years ago, I was so thin-skinned. Whatever anybody said would just, oh my God, they don't like this rhyme, and oh, my songs, and and then one day I woke up, and it was like my skin was it was so thick, it was impenetrable by those fiery darts. They just had no effect, and I realized that was a strength and a confidence that only came from a higher source. And we have to be determined, and you have to know that for me now, I'm learning that it's more important to be righteous than to be right. I've tried to be right. This is right. This is an injustice. This is a travesty. I'm right. But I've been very unrighteous and still right. Oh my God, because you can attack someone completely right, but it doesn't resolve anything. It doesn't it doesn't solve your problem. So I understand now that the battlefield and that the war is so much greater than what we see before us. I live in this physical body. This is like my address, like 22 Eder Terrace. I just gave everybody my address, but that's my address. Fight me, no. But this is where I live, but there's something much deeper. Who I am, has nothing to do with, the hair and the shoes and stuff, even though I like shoes. But, it has nothing to do with that. So I, and what I do, I find there's a lot of power in prayer. So I pray for the people who don't understand me. And I tell you, to be honest with you, I pray more now to be understood. No, excuse me, to understand than to be understood. I pray now to learn how to love than to be loved. Because God has given me an abundance, so, I don't need God. These people don't understand me. They think I'm crazy. Every time I'm on the mic, they just, it's not about that. I pray that I understand them so that I can talk to them, minister to them even more. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm just not afraid of, it's of no effect. It's immaterial to me. Because our enemies are not physical bodies.